Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I thought I would do a video on how I do my everyday highlight and contour, which is pretty much this look here. So I feel like, last year was all about, that bright highlight, that really strong contour. And this year, the year might have just started, but this year I really like a more natural kind of highlight and contour look. I really like, a nice glowing, dewy look where I still look like myself, because there's no point in having a highlight and contour and you just look like somebody else. I hope you guys enjoy my video. It's gonna be a little chatty one, so go get yourself a cup of tea, get yourself something to eat, and I hope you enjoy. So I like to start off with my simple revitalizing eye roll on because I have bags under my eyes. So when I'm trying to do like a nice everyday look, I like to just put a little bit of this on. Now I actually said I wanted to get Botox on my eye, but every time I say that I get cussed out. So then I have combination skin, so obviously here my T-zone gets oily and then everywhere else is just dry. So I like to use my Neutrogena Pink Grapefruit Oil Free Moisturizer underneath my foundation. So I like to use that. Natural Radiance by MAC and then put that together. Use about 2 pumps of that to make that. And then I just pretty much put that in the skin. So the foundation that I like to use, and I'm just like doing like an everyday makeup look, MAC Studio Fix Fluid. This is my holy grail. No matter what foundation I go on to use, I always go back to this foundation. So please, as a disclaimer, my brushes are dirty. I did not have time to clean them because I went out the other night. So what I like to do is I like to use a brush, any kind of brush will do, and then I like to spray some Fix Plus into the brush and then put it on my hand. I only use about 2 pumps of this, which is sometimes more than enough. And my eyebrows are already done. Let me know if you guys want me to do a video on how I do my eyebrows. And I feel like what I like the most about, like, I've changed up how I wear my foundation now. I like to look natural and show skin. Like, I don't like the crazy highlight and contouring and you're contouring your chest and everything, and no. So I like to then, after I've put my foundation on, I then like to blend it out some more. So I take my sponge. This is just gonna help really blend in your makeup. And I'm going for like my everyday kind of highlight and contour. I like to use my concealer in Studio Finish NC45, which is just 1 shade lighter than my foundation. I don't like to use too much. You just want to kind of do like a little triangle. Do you know what? I used to be like everyone on Instagram, and I used to highlight my forehead, my nose, my chin, my face, my everywhere. But I'm like, oh no girl, you don't need to be like everyone else on Instagram. So what I just like to do these days is I just put a little bit on my chin. That's it. I already feel like, if you can see, my forehead naturally has a glow, and so does my nose. And I'm gonna take that same beauty blender that really needs cleaning, put some more Fix Plus. You know what, you can never get enough Fix Plus, so I like to take that and then blend that in some more. You know what, do you guys ever do your makeup and like you get partway through and you might not be finished, but you can already see the slayage? Okay, so now I'm going to do my contouring. We all like a little bit of contouring, so we can just be like, Contour, I'm going to be using my Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit, and I have it in the I have it in medium. I'm going to take the darkest shade, which is chocolate, end of my beauty blender. And what I like to do with this actually is I like to take my Fix Plus spray and spray it on it, because I feel like after a while it just gets like really dry in there. So then I just take the end of it, and then I like to just lightly put that in my cheekbones. Like if you can see, I naturally have a cheekbone line, so I don't really have to suck in, but I like to just dab that in there like that. Instead of like drawing it on, you're naturally blending as you go. Slightly put some on my forehead, neck. Like, I don't know if people still do this, but I used to hate when I used to see people with like that line. Oh gosh, girl, no. Okay, so now to like every girl's favorite part of makeup, it's time to bake. So I'm gonna take, oh, I got this eyelash on here. I am going to take my Sacha Buttercup. Now, oh, this is like magic in a pot. This is from the islands, and it's actually from Trinidad and Tobago, and I'm actually from there. My my family are from Trinidad and Tobago, and I went to Grenada like this time last year. I was in Grenada, which is basically the sister island to Trinidad, which my granddad is from Grenada and my nan is from Trinidad. And I feel like, I'm sure I saw this when I was out there. I could have probably picked up a whole heap, but at that time I saw it on YouTube, but I wasn't thinking like, oh my gosh, let me buy it for myself, which really hurts me now. So maybe the next time I go back home, I will pick myself up like 20 of these. So what I'm just gonna do is I've taken a little sponge and I'm just gonna like press it into the skin. Like at first I put on a whole heap, but then I like to really press it into the skin. Now this part is completely optional, but if you really want your contour to stand out, take a little bit of this and just put it underneath your contour. And that is gonna help that line to stand out. You see what it's already done to that line? So I like to put it in at the top and then like bring it down. I don't know if you guys have watched The Real Housewives of Atlanta's reunion. I love Portia's makeup whenever I watch The Real Housewives. Like, she's just always snatched. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna let this, you know, sit in your face for about a minute or two. Make yourself a drink. You're gonna go on Instagram. You finish letting that, you know, sit and bake. I like to just take a brush and dust away all of that makeup. But what I actually like to do is I like to use two different powders. So what I'm gonna start with, I'm gonna take this to dust away all of the places that I placed my Sacha Buttercup. I'm gonna use my powder just to brush it away. Where that I put my contour to help further set that, I'm going to use the MAC Mineralized Powder in Dark Deep. I'm going to take the Anastasia Contour Kit in medium again, but this is the powder kit. And I'm going to take these two dark shades and I'm going to set my contour. Them two. And just literally right on top of your contour. Set my contour with those. Now recently I don't like wearing blush, so my new favorite thing to just wear on my cheeks is the NYX matte bronzer, and I have it in the shade Deep Tan. So I'm just going to take the same brush that I used with my Anastasia Beverly Hills and really just buff that into the skin. And on the other side, right on top, I'm just going to take some of this powder and then lightly put it on my nose. Look is never complete without your highlight. Has been the, oh, my packaging is so dirty. It is the MAC Gold Deposit, like this is my holy grail, and the Anastasia Beverly Hills Peach Nectar. So you want it to give you like the glow up, like you need to see your reflection in your glow. Gold Deposit with a fan brush. Now look at that, instantly. Look at that. Like, yes! Take a little bit down the bridge of my nose. One highlighter is just not enough, so then we are going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills in Peach Nectar. I'm just going to put that right on top. Then on the other side. So I am going to be doing a brown matte lip. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off by taking, this is actually an eyeliner. I'm going to take this brown eyeliner by Sleek and I'm just going to outline my lips. You have, you know, moisturize your lips. So I like to use my Carmex. Using my MAC pencil in Spice and fill in my lips. Then I'm going to take a little bit of this. It's an everyday look. I think I'm just going to go with my natural eyelashes. So I like to use two mascaras. I like to use the Max Factor 2000 Calories and the Too Faced Better Than Sex to get my eyelashes just looking like they ain't even mine. So I'm going to start off with the Max Factor. A good tip, if you don't want it to hit your eyelids, make sure you look down. So that is the Max Factor. So now I'm going to use the Too Faced Better Than Sex. I think the name is a bit overrated because it's a good mascara, but one thing that really does irk me with this mascara is that it takes like forever and a year to dry. I like to do a good couple coats of this one, but it's completely optional. Hey, so now that I have finished, I feel like, look at what that does to my eyelashes. Like, and I didn't even put on as much as I usually do. So it's like, oh, yes. When I finish my look, I need to drown my face. Whew. I'll let that dry.